He is not new to me. I know I've seen him on Twitter many, many times. He is our rival. Like, he is a rival. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He is Montana State. Like, they're like that. They're not pleasant people. They get into it with people like that all the time. Like, yeah.
They like Gator fans. Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Gathering the Old Men. Myself, TP, Marlo is on the way. Oh man, you know what? It's about to go down. FAMU at Alabama State homecoming. I don't know how you scheduled to defend the national champion for your homecoming, but do the damn thing then. And I know it was a lot of uproar about whether or not Bama State homecoming was sold out. My understanding was, as the discussions were happening last night, they weren't sold out because I got my ticket last night. So at some point this morning or whatever, the tickets did sell out. But again, please be aware, if we make something a thing, then and there are tickets available on StubHub and all these other places. So just be aware, like, that's with any black event. If we make it a thing, they're gonna make it a thing. So I hope that clears up that whole discussion there. But TP, happy birthday to Florida A&M. Happy birthday. It is Libra season, act up season. And somebody posted, is that why FAMU people the way they are because they Libras? I don't know, but I ain't never heard nobody say they ain't want to hang out with no rappers. I ain't never heard that before. I ain't never heard that before. Also, Founders Day to that school of Daytona, Bethune-Cookman University. Happy Founders Day. Good people. You know, Ash grandma, great lady, wonderful lady. Good people. They just don't bring the check sodas. They'll never bring enough check sodas. Other than that, they're good people. They're good people. And I will be remiss because I want to make sure I address everything. Somebody started a thing where these two just don't get along. And for some reason, y'all put Jackson State and FAMU together. We don't know them people. We don't know Jackson State. Them is not our peoples. They in the conference. That come on the show, they good, good peoples, but we don't know them people. Them ain't our rivals. We don't claim them.
Nah.
No, our rivals is down in Daytona.
Them ain't no damn rivals.
Oh.
We ain't claiming them as no damn rival.
When we talk about rivals, it got to be competitive, first of all. Like, in order to build a good rivalry, first, there has to be a reason that y'all have bad blood. There has to be a reason. You can't just say, "Oh, that's my rival." Why don't y'all like each other? Two, for it to be a successful rivalry and something that people pay attention to, both teams have to be competitive. Because if only one is competitive, this is just us beating your ass every year, and that just be an end of it. So it has to be competitive between the two teams. And then third, a really good rivalry goes end of year complicate, it has to have something that's gonna affect the end of the year. Come bowl time, come playoff time. Are we fighting? Are either one of these teams fighting for Black National Championship? At this point. And what I would say in this situation, both of these teams, Florida A&M and Jackson State, will be fighting for a Black National Championship. If you look at the standings, no team is dominating right now. The best record is Jackson State with 3-2. So, and Florida A&M is right behind them at 2-2. But Jackson State already has one conference win, and Florida A&M starts their conference schedule this week. So that's another reason this game is important, because Alabama A&M and Alabama State also 2-2. So with Alabama State starting their conference play against Florida A&M, who's going to start off 1-0 in the conference or in this side of the division?
Me. Let me say it. FAMU.
I know what your answer gonna be.
So
I know what your answer gonna be.
Before we roll off on the Bethune-Cookman thing, I said their name because I'm gonna be respectful. The reason. Give me a second, Marlo. We're trying to be better, Marlo. We trying to be better.
I'm better for saying it.
They got the week off. We ain't got to talk about them. They got the week off.
The only reason I'm talking about them because I want to get this rivalry thing straightened out. If you look at the record alone, no, Bethune-Cookman, in theory, would not be a rival. However, geography and the fact that game is normally the last game of the season, it has always held importance. That school in Daytona has, at times, derailed a Black National Championship. It is those times when they have derailed a Black National Championship. And by the way, they have won 4 Black National Championships, just like Jackson State and a few others. Those things make it a rivalry because you can always point to that game and say, if it wasn't for this game, we would have 19 Black National Championships as opposed to yeah. So I'm breaking up a little bit. I apologize. I'm in the elements, so please bear with me. We having storms down here. But that being said, Marlo, your regular ass Bucks play tonight.
You mean the power ranking number 5 NFL team in the league, Bucks? Those guys.
TP, how many games before he crashed out on Baker?
Baker got to not make the playoffs for him to crash out.
Yes, sir.
The NFC South is wide open right now. They good football, but so have the Saints. And the Falcons actually have a really good team this year. This is going to be a race. It's going to be decided week 18.
Well, it is I don't want to wish bad on the Bucks, but seeing Marlo crash out, it's kind of joyous. It is kind of joyous because he don't just crash out with it. He gives it acronyms. He gives it life. I mean, we didn't know what loft was. We just thought it was just something in the air. But apparently, Baker had lost, and we didn't know.
He did.
We didn't know. We
But
didn't know.
he exercised his demons. He did that.
We're not even a quarter of a way through the season, and he already exercised his demons.
He did. How many games he won last year? This time, 3.
Marlo is more forgiving than the Catholic Church.
Won't he come? Won't you come?
I'm just,
Well, unlike you done tarred and feathered your damn team, college and professional.
I wouldn't say that.
Tarred and feathered.
I'm a little uneasy, and Jamal said I might be toxic, but I'm uneasy with all these Noel fans agreeing with me. It
Did
makes
you
me
say
question.
might be toxic? That's that's rich.
So for 3 years, everybody was against my point of view. I was the bad guy. I was the one getting kicked out of alumni groups. I was the one getting kicked out of all the Florida State Facebook groups. But now, I just when you're the voice in the wind, it's a lot easier to hear yourself over the crowd. And right now, the crowd is screaming, "Fire the head coach." Now, granted, it ain't 75%, but it's enough. It's enough. And hey, TP, you know what? Shout out to 24/7 Knowles. Y'all went on a block spree of No Nation. I salute y'all. I just got one question. Y'all blocked all the wrong people. I was the one. I was the one. Like, I even added y'all with a video to let you know how I feel. But, whatever. All right.
They blocked anybody that said anything bad about DJ, the way the defense was playing, the way the offensive line has been blocking. Basically, y'all don't want the truth. That's what it is. Y'all don't want to know it. Y'all don't want to see the truth. Y'all don't want to acknowledge the truth. The truth of the matter is, this team has been a dumpster fire since the get go, and it starts with the head. The head
They've
coach.
been, they've been a dumpster fire since Georgia put up 60 on them. They ain't never recovered.
Since Jordan Travis was injured, what was the team? Was it
Northern Alabama.
Northern Alabama. Your Heisman trophy wishful or hopeful goes down, and the entire organization falls into disarray. First, you get left out of the playoffs. Then you say, "Oh, my starters ain't gonna play in the bowl game, even though we're going against Georgia. This should be a good game." That's what everybody thought. Hey, the two number one left out teams are playing each other as it should be. At least go out with some kind of pride, some type of, you know what I mean? Can we show some heart, show some fight? We ain't got our quarterback. It's okay. We're still a team. We gotta go and perform. No, they got their ass whooped. They got their pants pulled down and shit beat down their legs. It was not fun to look at. It was not fun for the players. It was definitely not fun for the fans. Fast forward into this year, there was nothing done in the offseason to rebuild with the players that did declare for the draft. So we're basically looking at the same team last year, but without star players. That is a recipe for disaster. And you saw it week one, loss. Came right back against Boston College, loss. A couple weeks later, I'm not even gonna count the win against Cal. That don't count. Cal ain't even a real school. They study medical stuff there and engineers. They're not football players at Cal. When the last time the Cal Bears been good? They wasn't good with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Like, let's stop. This is not a real football team. They might as well be in the FCS. Like, this is not cool. So we're gonna move on to SMU. SMU just completely demolishes them, and we still ain't fired the coach. There's no way that y'all are standing behind this man who for the how many years Florida State has been in existence, he has 2 of the very few 0-3 starts. Oh, I see a hand raised. My bad. Marlo. Marlo, did I miss anything?
I think you pretty much covered that.
Oh, wait. I got more.
Oh, wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more.
Wait, it gets worse. So, a few years back, Florida State lost their athletic director. And we were in the process of luring Louisville's assistant AD away to become Florida State's athletic director. Now, I'm gonna put this in some fans in a scenario that they can understand. On the other side of Game Street, there was some athletic director controversy, and people had a whole bunch to say about the athletic director controversy. Take this in for a second. This athletic director that is now the current head man at Florida State, Michael Alford, was also the Michael Alford who was also the Florida State Booster Association president. Remember when we talked about him back in the day? And what he said about what won't be head coach of his football team? He hijacked, with no ski mask, the Florida State AD job after we paid for Louisville's the assistant athletic director to get out of his non-compete clause so he could be the athletic director at Florida State. Now, if I'm wrong, somebody correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's how that went. I'm almost 90% sure that's how that went. Because I came on this podcast and went, what we threw the money away for? At the time, I did not realize that was the booster president that got the job. So you have a booster president who I'm unaware of him being an athletic director anywhere else. I might need to go look over his resume. Maybe it's somewhere down there in the weeds that I didn't see. I don't know. Who is now the athletic director of Florida State. Florida State is having problems recruiting. Florida State is having problems with raising money for facilities. That got alleviated with 1 year of winning. That was that 10-win season. And Florida State signed a head coach to an $84 million extension that now has us tied to this guy for $65 million. So, if I'm going to get on this platform and bash the head football coach without giving the context of how we got here, that athletic director got to get this smoke too. And I ain't trying to just bash Florida State. I just got to be honest. I got to be fair. Because if this was on the other side of Game Street, we'd have been talking about all kind of stuff. It would have been all kind of labels been thrown. So keep that same smoke for the other side of Game Street. There's no way in life. I have never heard of anywhere else where the booster president muscled his way into the athletic director's office. Usually the administration kind of puts a foot down and don't allow that to happen. So this is just something we need to look at. We need to start telling some truths. So when we say, oh, this team sucks, well, the team is a reflection of the head coach. The head coach is a reflection of the athletic department. The athletic department is a reflection of the athletic director. So if you're not recruiting blue chip 5-star players, because somebody pointed out to me, TP, all the national championship teams the last like 8 years, 50% of the squad been blue chip players. Not just transfers, but blue chippers. If that's the case, and we steady losing blue chippers, that's the third in a week, we got a problem. But I'm gonna move on. Big game in Montgomery. Big game in Montgomery. I'm going to Montgomery. I did put out there that anybody know a seafood restaurant. So all of my Bama State people, y'all ain't look out for your boy. I'm just gonna be out there going on to Google and see what Google recommends. Y'all not right. Y'all not right. I'm gonna end up at some restaurant that they don't put seasoning on the food, and then I'm gonna bash the city because y'all ain't give me no recommendations. Y'all ain't right. But Bama State FAMU, big game this weekend. Bama State has had 2 injuries to their quarterbacks, and this is their 3rd quarterback, and he has played relatively well considering the situation. Bama State's defense, not what it was last year. They're not bad, but they're not what they were last year. People have questioned FAMU's run defense, and Bama State, if they don't do nothing else, they're going to run the football. And as a FAMU fan, that will be my concern with stopping the run. However, FAMU plays complementary football. FAMU can score points. And if you got a team that like to control the clock and run the football, and you got another team that's quick strike, this could be interesting football. Because what happens when Bama State gets behind? Are they going to be able to drop back and throw the ball? They were unwilling to drop back and throw the ball against North Carolina Central. And giving North Carolina Central credit, they may be better than what we thought they were at the beginning of the season. So, we'll have more again when I get to Montgomery. I'll go live and just go over a few things when I get to Montgomery, but we'll get more into that when I get to Montgomery. I don't know what this dude is drinking. What are you drinking, sir?
This sunflower seeds.
So people have driving habits, right? When I get on the road, I need coffee and I need Twizzlers and I need loud, slow music so I can drive 85 miles an hour. Marlo, on the other hand, is eating sunflower seeds.
I do.
Been on some road trips with Marlo, and we and not the little bag sunflower seeds, the big bag, the big bag. So that's
You kind of breaking up, Troy.
Those are our driving habits. So
I like to have
I'm in the elements.
Are we talking about road trips?
Yeah, road trips.
Okay, check me out. I gotta have a large root beer, A&W preferred. It is the best root beer. A big bag of hot fries, and I need some of them. What's them? Them gummy crawlers, the sour crawlers. I need a bag of those, and then we get the road.
That's
I'm
what's
be
up.
good.
That is what's up.
I drove all the way from. I drove from Indiana. Wait, well, let me see. What was the method of the trip? I flew to Indiana. This is when my wife first moved out here to Vegas. So I flew to Indiana. She met me at the airport. But she had a Toyota Yaris. I don't know if you know what kind of car that is, but it is literally one of the smallest vehicles I've ever seen in my life.
Ooh-wee.
She comes to get me, and the car is packed the fuck out. Because she know we got a long trip. She's literally moving. She's leaving everything behind. And she packed the car up with everything she wanted to bring. And we stopped at, look, it's when she pulled up, I was like, where's the baby? She said, oh, he in there. I said,
in there.
I said, where is he? She said, he in the back seat. What you mean? Couldn't see the baby. It's too much shit in the car. But we had to drive the hour and 10 minutes back to her mom's house. Stay the night, repack the car, then drive 16 hours to Houston. Stayed there for a couple of days. Let her visit with my family. They had to see the new baby and everything. And then it was 22 hours to Vegas. 22 hours. And we made that trip last 2 days. We drove from Houston to, it's in the Panhandle. It's escaping me right now. It's a small city in the Panhandle that runs along the 40. And we stopped there for the night after a 10-hour drive. And then we woke up the next morning, 8 o'clock, got back on the road. 12 hours later, we in Vegas. Never again, by the way. Never again.
Well, sir, you did yeoman's work, because I think my limit is going to be this 10-hour drive to Montgomery.
That's light work. I drove from Orlando to Philly.
Why?
That was one of them summer vacations.
Well, yeah, I guess.
And I had eight in the car. So of course I didn't leave until 12 a.m. to get on the road, so everybody could sleep until at least Virginia. And they did.
Well, it's football season is about road trips, so I would love to use my Frontier Go Wild Pass. Hey, Frontier, you need to holler at me about a sponsorship, especially after what happened in Atlanta. But I'll let that slide. So another game in the SWAC that we probably want to talk about: Alabama A&M and Jackson State. Now, it's been a lot of back and forth, and I'm not going to act like Alabama A&M is for sure. We don't know about them just yet. We don't know about them just yet. We don't necessarily know about Jackson State just yet either. But if you was on Twitter, the way they talking like they some head busters. They'll knock a hater out. They some head busters. That's how they talking. So we about to find out this weekend. But again, TC Taylor, I didn't really get a chance to meet him. I did get a chance to meet Coach Maynard. Coach Maynard is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. He lets it be known that he's the guy in the SWAC. So he came into the season with a lot on his plate. Let's see if they get it done this weekend.
He the head coach at Jackson State.
No, Maynard is the head coach of Alabama A&M.
Okay.
All right. So we got to talk about it because we got to talk about it. Florida State is playing Duke.
Uh-oh.
Prime time on ESPN.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure why this game is prime time. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Get him, Willie.
I don't know why this game is prime time. I'm just gonna say this. I don't have a prediction on the game. Would I like to beat that grown man named Dabo? I would. I would like to beat John Henry, but I don't know. I'm not finna hype myself up. If it happens, it happens. If it happens, yeah, I'm gonna break Twitter. I'm gonna talk noise. And a student a Florida State student put out there, if we were to beat Clemson, should we rush the field? I'm from a different era of Florida State, so I'm naturally going to say no. But these kids ain't never seen nothing good in probably their 4 years at Florida State. So if you beat Clemson,
did y'all beat Clemson last year?
I'm just saying it was no consequence. Like, Clemson is trash. Like, we are in the midst of a...
Clemson is ranked number 12 in the country.
They're still trash. That don't make them not trash.
What's Florida State ranking?
And we trash. Trash, recognized trash.
Wow.
Anyway.
That's a lot, brother.
I'm just saying. So they have, this may be their moment to like go, you remember when we beat Clemson and we stormed the field? That might be their moment. My moment was, remember in 96 when Florida State knocked out the starting quarterbacks the first 16? Like, that was my moment. That was my moment. So, they don't have the same moment. So, if they rush the field, cool. I'm not gonna be up in arms about it. I'm trying to think of any other games. Louisville plays SMU at Louisville. I don't know how that's gonna go.
Don't Texas play Arkansas?
Texas does.
We ain't worried about Arkansas.
Arkansas ain't no little walk in the park.
Yeah, we ain't either.
Well, no.
Yeah.
The one thing I can say about Texas football players, they appreciate their Lamborghinis and their Ferraris, and they only post it because they're winning. I wish another school would do that, like win games before you post your Lamborghini.
Who did that?
You know what? We're gonna move on.
I am so.
Because you're gonna make it seem like I'm taking shots at Florida State, and I don't even want to do that. Because that's what you're gonna try and twist it to be. That's what
you are. Why else would you say it?
I am not taking shots at Florida State. Quit saying that. You know what? We forgot. So I'm looking through the MEAC schedule, and I'm not like North Carolina Central takes on Campbell. I don't know if they're gonna beat them. South Carolina State takes on Tennessee Tech. Norfolk State takes on Sacred Heart. I don't think they're gonna beat Sacred Heart. Morgan State playing Lincoln, and Delaware State is playing St. Francis. We really need to pay attention to Delaware State. Delaware State, we thought they was going to be hot garbage. And then they had that fiasco going to Hawaii, and they went out to Hawaii and put up 14 points. Well, we didn't think they was going to score nothing. So, yeah, I was wrong about Norfolk State. I thought Norfolk State would pop somebody. Norfolk State ain't going to bust a grape in a fruit fight. But I was wrong on that. I admit that wrong. But we definitely got to watch. No, we got to watch Delaware State, man. We just got to watch it. Well, let's get back to this SEC schedule. Missouri takes on Texas A&M. So after looking at the game tape, the only thing Missouri got is wide receivers. That quarterback. If the quarterback can be a little bit more on target, they might be a threat. Just a little
bit. Is different. Burden is different, though. Burden is different. You're looking at a first-round draft pick wide receiver.
Yeah.
His route running might be unmatched by any other receiver in college football right we're looking at just pure getting open. Nobody does it better than him. I like T-Mac there. Ryan Williams is a true freshman, and he's already looking like he's the next coming. Like we can, see, I know we ain't got to that. I know we ain't got to Bama yet, but I'm just talking about receivers. Ryan Williams.
I just need his birth certificate. Yeah,
I need that.
Because you're not finna sit here and tell me 17 years old.
The boy is that fast.
Damn him being that fast. He has no ligaments in his knees.
It ain't even about him being that fast. It's how talented he is already.
Yeah, he got good ball skills.
But
can you imagine seeing him in high school?
They've probably been
if they had half a quarterback.
Don't get me started.
I'm telling you, he was 6 years old. They were like, "We need a birth certificate, sir," because there's no way.
Well, another game that we kind of need to talk about: Georgia and Auburn. Georgia might put up $500,000 on Auburn after that upset loss that they had last week. I don't think Auburn can fight their way out of a paper bag right now. They going through it. It's been rough for them. And then let's call this who gonna quit or get fired first bowl. Ole Miss takes on South Carolina. And I'm sorry. As every day goes on, them Florida Gators have more hope that Lane Kiffin is going to be in Florida. If Lane Kiffin ends up in Florida and somebody fought my athletic director, I wouldn't stop it. Because at the end of the day, you had one job. That one job is to not let your rival get a better coach than you got. And right now, every school on the Eastern Seaboard got a better coach than we got. All of them. Even UCF might even have a better coach than our head coach.
Damn.
And I don't even like UCF. You know what? I feel like it ain't nothing but hate coming out my heart today. I might need to ask God for forgiveness. There's a lot of hate coming out. A lot of hate. We're not gonna talk about Alabama and Vanderbilt. Like, that's not even a football school. Tennessee and Arkansas.
Where they playing at? Alabama and Vanderbilt.
No.
Because if they playing in Vanderbilt, they got to punch a shot.
Alabama and Vanderbilt?
Yep.
Alabama and Vandy.
Yep. Yep.
What? They got a Glass Joe punch a shot.
Okay. Just remember you heard it here.
They got to remember you heard it here first. Get hit. Wow.
Just
Andy?
remember you heard it here first.
That school that Andy. I don't know, TP. I would not put them on my parlay.
No, I'm not saying put money on Vanderbilt. But Alabama never covers the points.
All right. So we gotta talk about this Big 12. We gotta talk about this Big 12. Because right now, I think Colorado has a bye week. And Baylor and Iowa State are playing each other. And TP, with the way Utah is playing right now, do you know Colorado has a chance to make the playoffs?
Everybody with that Colorado hate.
Colorado.
Somebody forgot to tell them kids.
They're not a good football team.
I'm not saying that. My issue with them early on was the fact that they did not do anything to control the line of scrimmage. They were just coming out and letting teams run the ball. They weren't running the ball well. There were a lot of glaring issues that they had when it came to the trenches. And somehow they managed to win football games without great line of scrimmage play. Making the playoffs is one thing because coming out of the Big 12. Name me another Big 12 team that we are afraid of right now. Don't say Kansas State. They struggled against Tulane. They've shown their weaknesses. So who else is there in the Big 12 to challenge Colorado right now?
Good point.
You can't name me one, can
you? So
pull up the conference standings for the Big 12. Pull them up. Look, I'm gonna get you right here. Hold on. Big 12 standings. You know, I know what they look like, but I'm gonna help the folks, to see where I'm coming from because it won't be impossible for Colorado to make it. BYU. I'm sorry, I forgot about BYU. Colorado, Texas Tech, Iowa State. Iowa State is 4-0 right now. Texas Tech 4-1. BYU 5-0. Kansas State 4-1. With a 1-0 conference record. The Big 12 conference also hosts Utah. Without their starting quarterback, we saw how they looked last week. Oklahoma State has underperformed. Nobody even, Arizona State, decent team, but they're not. They haven't beat anybody good. Kansas, probably the most underperforming team in college football right now. Jalen Daniels was supposed to be better than what he has been putting on the field. So I hope that young man can turn it around. I'm not going to wish anything bad on him, but he has not played to his potential and his team has struggled. They lost to UNLV. Like, you can't be losing to bottom barrel teams. I'm not calling UNLV a bottom barrel, but they're not in a power conference. They're trying to get there, through all of the bullshit that's been going on with the NIL and, losing their starting quarterback. They still went out and performed very well last week. But Kansas definitely gave that game away. Colorado has a chance to win out. Like, to be honest, they have a chance to win out. And if whoever comes out of the Big 12 should get a bid to the playoffs. We got 12 teams in this playoff. So if you're a conference champion out of one of the Power 5 conferences, I'm going to say Power 4 now, if you win your conference, Big 12, Big 10, SEC, and ACC, if you win those conferences, you should have an automatic bid. Like, that's 4 spots already accounted for. So if they win out, they have a chance to do it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real quick, TP, who's gonna tell Muller what the score is?
7-7.
And
the Falcons just missed the field goal, and we got the ball driving. I know, sir.
Hey, I just was asking a question. I don't
I'm
want
just
you to
telling.
get. I don't want you to get. You know, have nothing happen with the fighting with the fighting Falcons right now.
I mean,
And I'm
Baker
already in
Mayfield,
Tampa. I just stay here to the plane get here.
Baker Mayfield has started
You in
7 of
Tampa?
10 for 75 yards and a
Yeah,
touchdown.
I told you I had to meet my brother.
I thought y'all was meeting in Lakeland.
We were, but I left earlier than he did. By the time he called me, I was already here. So I just told him to meet me in Tampa.
Hmm. Well,
I- I'm back on I-4 now.
yeah.
So Smokies, if you're listening to the podcast, don't mind, if you just don't pay attention to black trucks tonight.
Wow. Um. The Bucks up 10-7. Look at you. Look at you. Look at the fighting Baker Mayfields.
First of all, you're going to stop talking about my quarterback like y'all friends.
You don't talk about your quarterback. What are you talking about?
Because it's my quarterback. Do I talk about your quarterback? No.
You don't even know my quarterback name.
It rhymes with hot chew.
Oh, I
Wait,
just trying.
no, it don't. I had to think about it for a second. I'm like really mad you just did that. Like, no, it doesn't.
The disrespect segment.
So, since you brought up my team, my head coach Antonio Pierce has been given a show cause order before he can coach in college again.
8 years.
He better make
2032.
he better make this Raiders thing work. Cause you out here liking posts about your best wide receiver going to another team. That ain't Raider like.
Yeah, it is.
That's really
That's millennial
no,
like.
no. Let me tell you. That is everything the Raiders is. And let me tell
Everything.
you, I'm gonna go all the way back to the late Al Davis. Because you remember our interview with Steve Berlin. Steve Berlin said, I want a bigger contract. He called him at the house. Hey, yo, what the fuck are you doing? You fucking up, man. Told
I
that
remember
this
that.
grown ass man told him he fucking up because he wants to get paid more for his service. This the pettiness of the Raiders organization goes back decades.
That's everything a Raider is.
This is the most petty organization in football, from the fans all the way up to the owner. Pettiness has been the mood of the day. Every day, the Raiders owner has stepped into the building. And that has trickled down to anybody that has worked for the organization, anybody that's there right now. Even John Gruden got a taste of the extreme pettiness that was being a part of the Raider organization.
I feel attacked.
You should.
You should. I think you brought that up.
Anyway, so he has a show cause order. They to the NCAA violations when he was one of the coaches there with Herm Edwards. So that show cause order. So I got to stand on business because when another coach got a show cause order and went to the NFL, I was like, how is he able to trash the NCAA and then go on like he ain't do nothing? Because this business is about ethics. The NFL got to do something. If they
No, they
don't
don't.
do anything, make a
They
statement.
absolutely do not. They don't.
I think John Cooper got sanctioned by the NCAA when he was at Ohio State. Then he tried to go to the NFL, and the NFL, I think, made him serve out a suspension. So I'm not
How
saying that.
long ago was this infraction when he was at Arizona State? So it didn't just happen. Herm
Yeah.
Edwards ain't been a coach at Arizona State in 4 years, 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So this is they bringing up something from 3 years ago. What the NFL got to do with that?
I am just saying, if we are
You
gonna
talking about
sanction,
NFL got to do something? Yeah, they are. They doing nothing.
I was on this podcast saying it. The NFL was right by suspending John Cooper because what he was doing was wrong. So I'm gonna sit here and I like my head coach, as long as he get his quarterback situation right. I like my head coach, but I gotta stand on business. I gotta stand on business. I can't be out here saying one thing one day and then the next day, because it's my coach, be out here acting like I ain't say that. I said what I said,
But
and
you,
I meant
but
what
you,
I said.
I
you
mean,
do it. You do it all the time.
What you talking?
when he got hired, what did Troy say? He is a Raider guy,
He's a Raider. I love him.
and the pettiness that comes with being a Raider was there. You're just now
You know
seeing it.
what?
But,
You
but
just,
he
you
can't.
just, you just made me realize it, TP. That is why he's a Raider. The
Exactly.
pettiness. That's why Troy is a Raider.
We doing this now?
It makes
That's what
so
we.
much sense now.
That's what we doing.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow. I have not. I
That's
didn't
what we
put it
doing.
together until you put it like that.
That's what we doing.
Oh my gosh, that is so. That's profound.
It makes so
Profound
much.
and insightful. Wow.
It makes so much sense now.
All
But
right.
Troy can't lose faith in his guy after a few weeks, and he's won some games. They beat the
Yeah.
Browns in a dog fight. That stop in the red zone to end the
That was some
game.
Raider shit. That was some Raider shit.
Yeah.
I could see why you would feel that way. That was really some Deshaun Watson not hitting none of his open receiver shit. But I could see how you would feel that way.
That was almost like you set him up. Then you blew
A
out the
win
candle.
is a win. A win is a win. You know where
That
we're
is
not playing
funny as
at?
hell.
We're not playing in the NFC South. That's not where we're not playing. A win is a win.
Y'all are playing in the NFC South because the NFC South looks pretty damn good right now.
That division,
Who?
What you mean, who?
you know, no. Like all bullshit aside, the Falcons, Saints, and Buccaneers are all playoff teams. The Buccaneers went into the defending NFC North champions' house, who had home field, beat them in the playoffs, and then came back and said, "Hold my beer." Did that not
Thank you,
happen?
sir.
It happened. It happened.
Did that not happen?
It happened.
The Saints dog walked the Cowboys. I mean, dog walked them to the tune of 4 touchdowns for Alvin Kamara. For the second time in his career, he scored 4 touchdowns. And that defense that the Cowboys was boasting about, they made Derek Carr look like a Hall of Famer. They made Alvin Kamara look like the second coming of Walter Payton and Barry Sanders mixed into one. they got killed. The Falcons have underperformed, but they still won games. Now, what I'll say about the Falcons, they are a lot better than what they have put on the field, just based on talent-wise. They're able to pull it together. That is a scary team. Kirk Cousins is actually playing really well tonight. And it took me a while to remember that he was coming off an Achilles injury, just like Aaron Rodgers. For a quarterback, not having an Achilles or a fully healed Achilles is not fun. You can't move. And when you're over 35 and you had a torn Achilles, like both of these quarterbacks were, they aren't going to look good early in the season because they still worried about getting tackled. Their reads are sped up because they know they are one hit away from their careers being over. This isn't like when you take a hit early in your career, you can bounce back from that. But when you're over 35 and you've already torn your Achilles once, you tear it again, it is game over.
Yeah.
And you can tell both of these guys were, that has to be in the back of your mind. If anybody that's ever played sport and suffered a serious injury, to say that you don't think about it, you're lying. Don't come to me with that shit. Because I played football. I've gotten injured and I went back on the field and it's in the back of my mind. Am I gonna let it stop me? No, I'm gonna try to play the game as hard as I can. But at the end of the day, you don't forget shit like that. So I say all that to say this: the Falcons are a scary team once they pull it all together. They have too much talent on their roster, offense and defense. And then the Buccaneers, they have the Hall of Famer Mike Evans at receiver. Just throw it up. They got a defense that's playing very well. They're getting after the quarterback. They're stuffing the run. You can't run up the middle. You try running up the middle with Vita Vea sitting right there. I promise you it's not going to end good. I haven't seen a guard or center that's able to block him straight up. Not without a double team, not without a chip. I haven't seen one guard or center that can block Vita Vea in the middle. And
they
then
do
on
this
the last
tree trunk.
and then on the back end we got Carolina. The laughing stock of the NFL at this point, where quarterbacks go to die. Your heart gotta go out to Bryce Young, only on a human being level. Because we know how I felt about him at Alabama. I didn't think he was that great. I think he benefited from the system and from having all of that talent around him. Going into the draft, I thought C.J. Stroud was better, just based on pure merit and based on what they had did in college. I thought C.J. was the better player. But you don't want to see anybody fail, and not the way that he has. Because being put in a situation where you've had 3 offensive coordinators within your first 18 games, yeah, it's going to be growing pains. Then you trade away all of the receivers. You don't have any help on the offensive line. The running game is non-existent. You don't even get this man a tight end. Like, Jesus Christ. A good tight end is a quarterback's best friend, and they didn't even do that. They gave him 33-year-old Adam Thielen and said, go win some games. Not right.
While TP was talking, I looked at the standings, right? And I don't see why my Raiders aren't considered a playoff team. I'm not seeing why.
Because they losing Devontae Adams.
We won without Devontae Adams.
Not much.
It's 14-10, Marlo.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Can the Raiders make the playoffs? I think they can. And I say that because the Broncos and the Chargers are a dumpster fire. The Chargers have no offensive line. Both of your tackles are. So they are going to struggle these coming weeks until Joe Alt and Slater are able to get back on the field. When they were both on the field, they were able to run the ball very consistently.
I wouldn't even say this.
It's a struggle.
I would even say this. So while everybody's looking at our 2-2 record, we have two main people that are missing. El Diablo is missing in that in that linebacking core. And having a linebacker to be able to cover as much grass as he does has an impact. Teams are able to run screens. Teams are able to get to the second level. When he comes back, we'll be a much better team. But right now, whew, if we get teams in passing situations, we're a problem. The problem is the teams that. Oh, you on mute, TP?
Hey, just put it on mute. I saw some glaring issues in that secondary. Max Crosby has to get to the quarterback if the Raiders are going to be successful. Mm-hmm. If the defensive line for the Raiders isn't able to generate pressure, and I mean quick pressure, they are going to get diced like an apple. It'll be bad.
I mean, we do not have. That's the thing we needed this year. We don't have that number one corner. Nate Hobbs is good, but that's a nickel corner started.
What you have is Trevon Moehrig and Polamalu at safety, and they have been saving the Raiders season day in and day out.
That boy can hit.
Yeah,
boy can hit. I know who his people is, so it makes sense. But that boy can hit. When you look at the game, you're like, no, that ain't his. He looked like a brother. No, that's his kinfolk.
Yeah.
That his kinfolk. And he hit just like his kinfolk. Well, not just like him because we got new rules and all of that. But he had a couple slobber knockers. I was like, ooh, he might get a fine for that one. But, I struggle to see what the storyline is right now in the NFL other than how bad Carolina got and Jacksonville. Y'all own the guy all their money. And he's spending money. And y'all still suck. Everybody got to go. Everything must go.
That's the problem when you try to think your money can win you a championship. If that was the case, Jerry Jones would have had way more championships than he got. You gotta put your pride to the side and let people who do football make football decisions. It's just the brass tacks of it.
That's why you hire him.
That's why you hire.
That my point. That is why you hire GMs. GMs should specialize in bringing in talent, filling up a roster that can go compete for a championship. If your GM ain't doing that, then he's not doing his job. You need to move on.
Did that man just run over the entire Atlanta Falcons team?
Just about.
If you as a owner isn't allowing him to do or make said football decisions, then you are overstepping. And I only say that because we all think that, because you own the team, you make every decision. No. CEOs and owners of companies don't make every decision that goes on in the company. Yeah, they can veto any decision that they don't like, but you put people in charge that have the experience and the knowledge that can consult you and give you the best option. But if you don't even listen to the people that you hire, what's the point of hiring? What are they there for? To fill the position? That seems like a waste of money if you ask me. You're supposed to be such a good businessman, but you're wasting money on positions you don't use. That doesn't sound very financially responsible. That's all I'm saying.
So I gotta say this, and it was a little bit easier when Drew Brees was there. But if the Saints get Tay, I might have to get me a Browns jersey. The Bucks up 17-14. I might have
to a Browns jersey.
I might have to get me a Saints jersey.
Oh, I was saying, what the hell?
No, I might have to get a Saints jersey.
Who scored?
The Bucks. I can't. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Was it? Oh, Mike Evans scored again. His 100th career touchdown.
And his ass probably gave the fucking ball away. That dude broke the all-time Buccaneers scoring record last week and gave the fucking ball away.
He did. That's for the fans, Marlo. That record ain't for him. That's for the fans. His payoff will be when he
gave the ball away. I didn't even see him give the ball away until that. It just showed on my phone. The bitch gave the ball away.
Who did he give it to?
The fans in the stand.
The fan in the stand. Somebody wearing number 13. That is going to be on the auction house tomorrow morning.
How do you know that ain't a family member?
That's a white dude. Oh wait, he is mixed. He mixed, isn't he? I think he mixed, so it might be a family member. It might be a family member. He mixed. But if he a family member and wearing the number 13, I don't know. We have to follow that story. But that football,
he ain't no family member. He would not be in the stands in the end zone.
Yeah, that
why
family.
That's actually the family members do sit in the end zone.
Not usually.
When I went to a Bears game, and one of my wife's best friend, her husband played in the NFL. He played for the Bears. Our seats were in the end zone. We were like 2 rows up in the end zone. And there was a bunch of was over there.
So, TP, let me tell you about the homeboy. And please understand, I love Marlo like a brother. But this past weekend, he called me up. He said, man, I got an extra ticket to the game. You want to go? The Bucks got one night game all season. It was 100 and a million out there this weekend. And I really was contemplating. I'm like,
what does that have to do with football? If your homeboy, TP, if your homeboy call you and say, hey, I got an extra ticket to the game, you already in town. I'm driving from Orlando to Tampa. You already there.
Tell the whole story, Molo. Don't I normally go to the game? Don't I normally go to the tailgate?
I'm just telling the story from my point of view. I called my homeboy to see if he wanted to go to the game.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, had it not been for other things going on, I went. I'd have been out there coming home like oil. I would have had the whole suntan. Yeah, it's hot out there. That ain't like the big sombrero. That ain't like the big sombrero. It's hot out there. It's hot. So, but we're getting later into the season, so it ain't gonna be that hot the rest of the season. I hope. But I don't. Why y'all ain't got no night games?
We do. We play Baltimore on Monday night.
That's it. The rest of them 1 and 4 o'clock games.
At 4, that's the beautiful game because my seats are shaded at 4 o'clock. I'm just saying.
Well, all I can say is I need y'all to put Buffalo back on the schedule. For my financial pockets, I need y'all to put Buffalo back on the schedule. Them people start drinking TP. Them people drink at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that was Philly fans.
How you drunk before the sun come up? You can't even open the cooler to get the beer to be drunk before sun up. But you know what? I'm not gonna berate. All right. I didn't really want to talk about basketball, but I gotta get y'all input on the whole Big Cat to the Knicks thing.
Has the trade already been finalized?
Yeah.
It is finalized.
It's not. I think the league has approved it. It's not finalized because I think there's another team that has to get involved. Well, I'll let y'all talk about it because y'all know how I'm gonna feel. It's just, you can't. I don't know. Getting rid, like, why we couldn't just give them Julius Randle? Why do we have to take back Big Cat?
It's money. And they needed a center that can do more than Julius Randle could do.
He don't want to play center. You know what?
He gonna have to.
He want to be out there with the point guards.
I'm just telling
you. No reason. Just big for no reason. I hope he make me like him. I hope he come out there and just have a multifaceted game where he bang in the paint and mid-range and threes. Like, but what I don't want to see him doing is go 5 for 23 from three. That's what I don't never need to see that ever again.
Good luck with that.
Because them New Yorkers gonna make him want to fight. And he ain't no fighter. He going to the right place to be soft. He ain't gonna be soft long. It's gonna be him about a good 3-game losing streak and him playing bad. And he just gonna be coming out the locker room. MF for what? And then we're gonna have a ball player. But I said for a while when his mom passed, I think that changed him a little bit. I think from the outside looking in perspective, his game changed a little bit when his mom passed. So I don't want to give him that excuse. I don't want to give him an excuse, but at the same time, I understand things happen. Oh my God. I don't want this to turn into a watch party. Kirk Cousins should be a case study in robbing the NFL.
Dude, how you commit this many penalties in the same fucking play? That's a fumble. He tried to throw the fucking ball.
Yeah, he tried to throw the ball. Like, that was an attempt to throw. This is gonna be interesting. Oh man. Hey, just make sure did I miss anything? No.
You missed Minnesota on his ass. Because he was a liability in their playoff run.
Listen, we talked on this podcast about how well Ant-Man was playing. Ant-Man finna have an issue.
Oh yeah.
Julius Randle is finna hog that ball.
Oh yeah.
Julius Randle is finna hog that ball. It is a contract year. Julius Randle is finna hog that ball. Pass it to him. I double dog dare you. Pass it to him. You won't get it back. Mother, what is you doing? Is you building a cabinet?
That ain't me. I am driving, sir.
Oh, that's little guy. Little guy's like, let me in. Let me in. Oh God. Oh, my bad, Marlo. My bad. But we just, it's been like we just not getting back to like the kids letting us know that they're kids. But for a while, they was like good and quiet, on their best behavior. Now they're like, we in Vegas now.
They settling in.
Oh God. Oh man.
No, that's the reason I spend half of the podcast on mute.
Oh man.
Hey, we love the kids.
Absolutely.
By the way, the WNBA took forever to announce it, but Caitlin Clark is your WNBA Rookie of the Year.
That was a duh moment. Hell, if you are being in talks of being the MVP, you damn sure finna win Rookie of the Year.
Hey, hey, what's going on with your boys? They out there targeting.
Who's targeting?
They is tackling with their helmets, Marlo. And now he hurt.
Who got hurt?
What was it? Ty Smith? Tyke Smith? Get up next time. Put your head up. You hit what you see. You see what you hit. Oh no, he got hit on the knee. He got hit on the knee. Ew.
What number?
23, Smith.
Oh shit, that's our nickel that.
It don't matter. It's 3rd and 14, and Kirk Cousins ain't traveling around for no.
I'm talking about moving forward. Because Whitfield, he's still hurt. Oh, he got up. Good. Oh, he fell on him.
Yeah, he fell on him. But yeah, again, I think Caitlin played a very good season. She has some turnover issues, but she's a rookie. She got something to work on. Defensively, maybe she gets better defensively. We'll just have to see. But Rookie of the Year, many big things are in her future. LeBron James and his son being at training camp together is weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's like you having to go to work with your daddy, and your daddy been working there for a long time.
Hey, he should know the lay of the land real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just keep it right on up.
Yeah. Hey man, go tell your daddy he playing bad, man. Like he holding the team back. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Because we might witness the first NBA player being put on punishment on national TV.
Or they have to find their own place to stay.
Hey, Daredevils, like, do we really need to like do all the crazy tricks above the Atlanta Dome? Like, we ain't gotta do y'all, it's a little show, a little documentary on Disney Plus called Fly. I implore everybody to check that out. It is a very cool shot documentary. At the same time, it really questioned people's belief in life. Because they went from base jumping to flying in them suits through mountains to like, how you jumping out of planes with your girlfriend all the time, and then she breaks her back, and then you go to a base jumping competition. You know,
Ain't nobody else say they was smart.
Everything ain't for everybody. What the hell is Baker watching? I don't want to turn it up. No, I don't want to turn it up. All right, Marlo. JJ Redick is now the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. And I feel
didn't he play with LeBron or not with LeBron?
He played against him.
Against him.
Yeah, he played against him.
Yeah. I don't know how much you could tell somebody that dusted your ass out while you was a player.
Atlanta don't have no linebackers. They ain't got no fight. None. And I know I keep bouncing back to this game, and I apologize, y'all. But Atlanta fans.
That's Bucky, bro. No, that's Rashad White. Let's go.
Bucky is averaging like 5.2 yards a carry, 5.02 yards a carry.
Yeah.
I just need Rashad White to get some targets.
Rashad White just got a big toe for like 40.
On a catch or a run?
Run.
Nah, I need catches.
Is that your parlay?
Hey, I did a little 6 pick. I need catches, under 4 catches for Rashad White, but over 18 yards receiving, and to him to score a touchdown.
Oh.
Hey, I'm sorry about what I said about their linebackers. My bad. I'm sorry.
Hope he ain't hurt.
I was being disrespectful.
Who ain't hurt?
Oh, Bucky.
No, he ain't hurt. He back in the game. He took a big knock, and then bounced right back up.
For a first down, 10-yard carry.
I don't know how this isn't a fade to the corner to Mike Evans. I just don't know.
I need Rashad White to get in his end zone. I don't know what y'all talking about.
So wait, y'all give up 60-something yards on the ground, and now y'all want to bow up? Man, that clock is steady running, and Kirk ain't like that. I'm trying to make sure I get through everything. It's kind of been a slow week. it's kind of been a slow week outside of that trade. It's just been a slow week. I'm trying desperately not to talk about Florida State. Y'all about to hear me say something y'all ain't never think y'all was gonna say. I feel bad that the Abbas people got to play the Build-A-Bears. Them people not normal. They are going to ruin your Twitter timeline. Like, you gonna insult them and they gonna take that insult as a compliment. Like, they are not well. They are not well at all.
Who the hell is Build-A-Bears?
University of Cal.
Oh.
Apparently, like them Gators, they are the flagship of California. And when we were about to play them, they was explaining to me how all the schools have their colors that are state schools. I think SC is not a state school, but all the state school has their colors. So like the Bruins, and whoever else, they all have a mix of their colors. But whatever. But if anybody out there know Alabama State's AD, can y'all have him give me a call? Because I've been trying to call him for interviews and whatnot, and it has not gone well. But again, they're probably just busy up there. It's homecoming. You know, I know how I'm gonna be doing FAMU homecoming. So
wait a minute. Alabama State homecoming is this week.
Oh yeah, they chose the the Black College defending national champion as their homecoming opponent.
Oh my God.
I asked you if you wanted to go.
That's so disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
So I was respectful earlier. This game could get out of hand.
It's show better. Just for the disrespect part of it.
This game could get real out of hand.
Oh wow, I did not realize that. Damn. That is literally crazy.
I feel like somebody's playing college football tonight. Who is playing tonight? Oh, Texas State is playing Troy. And Texas State is mollywopping Troy. 38-17. Oh, it got better now. It's 38-17. So, yeah. Who was that? Who is 7? Is 7 Sharp?
No. 7 is Bucky. Irvin. Bucky Irvin.
Who is 17? Is that 17?
Shepherd.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure exactly why my phone rang, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Why is Les Miles suing LSU?
What?
For what?
They must not have paid him his money.
No. They gave him his money. Remember, his money was guaranteed. When they during those sanctions, those 37 wins they vacated, them 37 wins gonna keep him out the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I need those. I need those.
Yeah.
I don't think that he was 100% to blame for what happened. You can say, oh, he knew about it, but it wasn't all on him.
Wait a minute. So one, it wasn't all on him, but you had the bag man on the sideline your entire career.
Better decisions should have been made. I don't know what to tell you.
But I gotta stand on business. You can't just blame the head coach. The AD got to get some of that smoke too. Gotta stand on business. Oh God. Oh man. All right, man. Mike Norville's got to go.
Have we circled the wagon?
That just came out of thin air, huh?
Have we circled the wagon?
He ain't got to go by himself though. It's got to be. You got to clean house. You got to clean house. This is big time college athletics. We ain't got time for the AD to learn on the job. This ain't take your kid to work day. You're now regressing.
How much money you want them to spend? Because if they go get a top-notch AD, and now you got to go pay a top-notch coach and bring in a top-notch staff for a quick turnaround.
No. We're not doing no more quick turnarounds. We're not doing no quick turnarounds. Mike Norville was supposed to be a quick turnaround, remember?
But he came from Memphis. There was no quick turnaround there. That's why they gave him an extension.
No, that ain't why they gave him the extension. They gave him the extension because they thought he was going to go to Alabama. But ain't nobody pick up the phone and call nobody at Alabama and be like, hey, is my head coach on your coaches list? Because the moment they picked up the phone and called Alabama and be like, hey, is my head coach on your list? By the time they got done laughing, it wouldn't have been no extension. The conversation would have been your head coach is about to have at that point had 2 losing seasons in 4. And he is about to have his 3rd losing season in 5. It is a possibility we go 1-7 over the next 3 games. 1-7. But because you wanted a quick turnaround, 6-6 wasn't good enough. And now these jokers out here in the streets, see Danielle, I ain't cuss. These jokers in the streets is apologizing to Willie Taggart. No.
We gotta stop cussing.
The goal is to stop cussing. That is the goal.
For everybody. I'm just asking for a friend.
You're asking for you.
Yes, everybody.
We are attempting to monetize the podcast, so we want a more family oriented environment.
So when do we have to stop cussing? Because I can get it all out. Or do we have to put like a warning? Do I have to say earmuffs and then I can say it? I'm just asking questions because if you don't ask, you ain't gonna know.
There is no such thing as a stupid question. We are attempting to monetize the podcast, and amongst other things, we're going to try not to alienate every fan base in America.
I don't try to alienate everyone, but
Except
it's just okay.
them
Long as you
Dukeskins, them Ibis people,
and them damn them little kitchen cats.
at school of Daytona, them Pyrite Knights in Orlando, the entire SEC. The entire SEC. And that's pretty much it.
So everybody else is through game.
Yeah, like we're pretty nice to everybody else, I think. We nice. Oh wait. So
What's that school up there in Morgan State? Earmuffs. Fuck them.
Right along. Marlo, just get it all out.
Right along with them kitchen cats.
Hey, StreamYard, y'all need to come up. We need a beat button. We need a beat button. We need it. We need the beat. Matter of fact,
go back and edit.
I'm gonna just beat myself.
I need that beat.
So if I beat myself,
Florida State play Florida. I need that beat button in.
Because if y'all lose to Florida, y'all will be officially the worst team in Florida.
Rare is it the occasion that makes me want to write an article, and it's happened once this season. If we lose to Florida, I will stay up all night and write.
Don't write checks. Your ass can't cash.
Oh man.
Man. You know what? I think this is the time. I normally don't do this, especially against a team that ain't mine. But I feel a wager coming on. It ain't got to be something as crazy as an eyebrow. But what about that's been a haircut? And I get to cut your hair in the style that I want to cut, and you get to cut my hair in the style that you want to
cut. No.
And I pick Florida.
We're gonna wait till we get another head coach before we even do that. Marlo,
I want to do that.
There's a question asking, can you explain the whole kitchen cat thing?
Oh, because they call themselves Wildcats, but ain't nothing wild about them. They get beat by high school teams. So until they start winning something, they are going to forever be known as kitchen cats.
There you
why
go.
I gotta be? Why? Oh my God, you make me sick, Marlo. Why I got Marlo? They lost to probably the second best quarterback in HBCU football.
They lost to a D2 school. You are not finna sit here and do that. You are not.
You make this very difficult.
What? They scored 2 points in an entire football game. What's wild about that? 2. And the week before they scored 3. They regressed as a football team in a week.
They scored 31 against Western Michigan.
Ooh, did they win? I'm just asking for a friend. Did they win?
I am not defending him. I'm just pointing some things out. Their hold on, their special teams improved because they have a hell of a kick returner. He is probably not going to be there next year, but
maybe they should give him the ball on offense. If I was a head coach and I knew I had a person with his kind of talent, he would touch the ball a lot more than just on kickoff.
It's true.
So the ineptitude of their coaching staff, it behooves me. It literally makes me think that they're trying to lose, and they're doing a really good job at trying. Ain't nobody taking our 0 away. Nobody.
Oh man. So TP, there is a story that is out with First Academy in Orlando. They were, I don't know how this works. The organization, the actual body that regulates Florida high school sports, told them to self-report violations so they can then appeal their punishment and get a lighter sentence.
They wanted them to snitch on themselves.
Sound about right.
And the
okay, I do it.
The players that were involved in those violations are now able to play. As we get closer, I think they getting ready to get in the districts, if I'm not mistaken. It's an interesting story because now in Florida. So when I was growing up, unless a private school gave you a scholarship, you had to go to school in this area that you was zoned for, right?
Not in Orlando.
Apparently in Orlando, you can live 2 counties away from the private school.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, 2 of those players are 4-star players?
Mm-hmm. The biggest private school in Orlando.
God forgive me. What's so Christian about cheating?
It ain't cheating unless you get caught.
They got caught.
There's who? If you gonna tell on yourself, exactly. And what happened? All they players playing.
They got caught. Then they were told, "Hey, tell on yourself."
Mm-hmm. What did we learn?
It ain't cheating unless you're trying.
And they got loan money at that private school.
Yeah.
This the private school that's on the corner of John Young and LB McLeod, right when you get off of I-4 on John Young.
Mm-hmm.
That one, the one that got a whole stadium that most private schools don't have.
They also operate like that here in Las Vegas. Doesn't matter where you live at.
Yeah.
So there's literally no such thing as a zoning for any school here.
Wow. So the best players can just click up and win a state championship.
Yep.
Yeah, they've been doing it at Bishop Gorman for years. Bishop Gorman is ranked top 5 in the country, and they take players from all over the city of Las Vegas.
So I am all for college football players getting NIL money, right? High school players getting $55,000 is crazy.
in Florida.
And I'm not talking about First Academy. I'm not
Nope.
talking about them.
In the
I'm not
state of
talking about them.
Florida,
Mm-hmm.
high school players can get money from NIL. Sure can.
Y'all better listen. Y'all better hope I don't hit Powerball. Because I got a list of things. I'm going to rectify some stuff. Lakewood High School going to have a collective.
Wow.
FAMU going to have a collective. FAMU going to have the richest collective. I'm going to be running commercials for 5-star players that come to FAMU. I ain't going to cheat. It's going to be on TV. It ain't cheating. Hey, if you happen to be a 5-star player to go to FAMU, I got you.
Wow.
No, I don't think that's cheating. I didn't contact nobody kid. I ain't tell nobody kid to go to FAMU. I ain't even a FAMU alum. So you can't say my affiliation with FAMU is a conflict. I'm just saying,
Yeah. Yeah, we have plenty of content that shows your allegiance.
why is you helping the NCAA? Now you want this. Now he want to be fair.
I'm just saying. I don't
No,
want nobody to say, well, you ain't saying nothing. He was just up there talking.
I just want to point out Marlo gonna be the one helping me write the checks.
I ain't gonna write checks. We deal in cash.
We're just dropping out bags of money. Oh god. Oh man.
It
All
was
right.
like, you here to make another withdrawal? Yes, I am.
5-star linebackers don't grow on trees. They don't grow on trees.
Somebody got to put these kids through school.
I know we run it down. I want to make sure that we mention a few things. Next week, FAMU is going to start their $19 drive for their 19 AD, who is also a member of. She's
Florida
also a
sports.
Delta. She's also a Delta who her line number was 19. So we're gonna there's a donation drive for 19. We need to make sure that hey, there's a lot of stuff about homecoming and band etiquette. Look, if you at a football game and the band is coming, just get out the way. Just get out of the way. You can take pictures. There's zooms on cameras and all of that. You got plenty of room to take pictures. Stay out the way. Don't be bothered when he's trying to play in the stands. He gonna put hands on you, and he gonna be right. Stay out them people way. They are there to entertain you. You are not there to be the entertainment. That being said, life is precious. And not only did I go through a hurricane, the whole Eastern Seaboard went through a hurricane. I also had a death in the family. My cousin Yvette, her husband passed away. Chris Minson, you are definitely in our thoughts. Cool guy, absolutely like one of the coolest guys that I've ever met. It used to be funny because on the 4th of July we would shoot off fireworks, and one particular year we bought way too much fireworks. It was just, you know how you like shoot off fireworks for like 30 minutes. Yeah, we was like an hour and 45 minutes still shooting off fireworks. So we had bought way too many fireworks one year, and that's just one of the few things that I definitely remember that stuck out to me. That like he made sure that when we went to his house, everybody felt loved and had fun, And I miss dude, man. I really definitely gonna miss him. So condolences to Dana. She also lost a cousin as well. So again, like, pick up the phone, man. Call your family. Tell them you love them. If you have an argument with somebody, reach out. Like, it just ain't worth it not to say what you need to say. It definitely ain't worth it. With that being said, again, for everybody that's affected, I hope everybody's safe. I hope nobody lost their lives behind some trinkets. You can get other things. You can't get back you. So always remember that. TP, what you got this week?
Well, we're in for another fun weekend of football. Just want to start by saying my heart goes out to, everyone affected by the hurricane. Definitely very devastating for a lot of people. Just looking at the sheer numbers of the amount of people that have perished and the people that are still missing. This has been a very devastating time for a lot of people, and I don't take it for granted that I'm able to just kick back and watch football this weekend, because there's a lot of people that are going to be working. They're trying to rebuild. They're trying to put the pieces together to figure out what just happened. And, I don't take that for granted. So again, my hearts and prayers go out to everybody affected, and I hope that they're able to, find some type of closure and, able to rebuild and move on from such a devastating event that took place. That being said, Longhorns going to be in action again. They said we should be worried about Arkansas. I heard they eat possum out of can in Arkansas. I ain't worried about them. Look, we about to go out there and play Longhorn brand football, whether it be Quinn or Arch Manning starting this weekend. It doesn't matter. Our team is built around the ability to run the ball, to stretch the field, and we have the best defense in the country. So it doesn't matter who you line up on the other side. We're gonna go out there and perform. Texans, we escaped with one last week. We almost lost to the Jags, who for some reason are just faltering this year. Like, I don't know if it's the head coach, the system, just them having bad luck, because they've been in every game. I think that's probably the most heartbreaking thing, is to be 0-4, but you can say that, we could have won all 4 games. That's one of the things that we deal with in sport football. Is we don't have a lot of opportunities. There's only 17 games in the season, and if you don't capitalize on the games that you have the ability to win, then come playoff time, you'll be on the outside looking in. And for my Texans, we have been able to capitalize in the key moments of the games. We haven't blown anybody out, but we're 3-1. So we're fighting. Bobby Slowick's offense is slowing CJ Stroud down tremendously, and I hope that he's able to pick it up. And losing Joe Mixon at such a pivotal point in the season, I just hope that he's able to come back healthy. We don't need to rush him back. Playoffs don't start tomorrow. We need to focus on getting him healthy, getting Christian Harris healthy, getting our offensive line under some type of consistency where we're not literally putting CJ Stroud in 3rd and 15s every time, every drive down the field. We can limit the false starts, the illegal shifts, and the illegal formation penalties. We can be a much better team. We saw that with the Vikings game. We put ourselves in such a hole that we were not able to crawl out of it. So we got the Bills. Bills are a good team. Josh Allen has been playing very well this season. They made him look real pedestrian last week, but he's a pro. He knows how to prepare. He'll be ready come Sunday. I hope my Texans are ready. I think we are. I feel like we have a better team. So it's just all about going out there and executing. You know, everything that's going on in the sports world, that's what my focus is gonna be. Texans, Longhorns. Hopefully a good weekend of football. And hopefully one of these parlays hit, man, because I need a new pair of shoes. But that's my time. I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Hopefully with a smile on my face. If I ain't smiling, you probably already know why. You muted, Trey.
Is he muted?
Trey mute.
All right, I'm just okay.
I was smashing.
Oh, got you. All right. This week I got a lot of different emotions. I got emotions of sadness, of loss of life, emotions of gladness that it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But through it all, I'm grateful. The storm was supposed to make a direct hit onto Tallahassee, and it didn't. I really feel for the people that was in the path of the storm, because it was a lot of the places where it went through. It definitely caught a lot of people off guard. Like they weren't ready for something that moved that much water. It wasn't even a wind event that really was the kicker. It was the water. And so I hope they are able to recover quickly. I hope that they'll find some kind of normalcy throughout all of this. And you're never really going to find out the reason why it happened. You just got to rebuild and prepare for it not to happen again. So my hearts and prayers are out for everyone affected. I hope for a speedy recovery for you guys. And I want to continue to offer any assistance that I can. I really haven't looked into going up to help yet, but I am thinking about putting a trailer together, just go up maybe for a week or two and see if I can help rebuild something for somebody someplace. So that's on my heart to do, something that I'm thinking about. But in the meantime, in between time, if anybody in the affected area may need some help or some assistance, reach out to Fat Mouth Sports. I got a crew that I can make mobile. Just let me know. That's what I got. Hope everybody have a great week.
All right. So I'm gonna give everybody a heads up. We've been working on it for a little bit now, but on Tuesday, the Oracle of SWAC basketball, men's and women, Live for Hoops, will be on the podcast. She will be on the podcast. It is definitely going to be an experience. Finally got a chance to get her scheduled, so she'll be here Tuesday. Look out! I'll have all of that. I'll have all of the ads and all of the marketing done this weekend. So I'll make sure everybody get their hands on that, so you'll have a heads up. That should be a fun show. That's definitely be a fun show, because SWAC Media Day, I was a little intimidated by some of the women coaches. So she'll be able to get you the information that I was not able to get. So again, tune in Tuesday night, the Oracle of SWAC basketball, Live for Hoops. For myself, TP and Marlo, everybody at Fat Mouth Sports, we are out.
This dude can't hold water.
Damn. This person said to me, I think Deveron is trying to be the president of FAMU. And I was like, really? I didn't get that. And to be clear, I reached out to his publicist for a statement. Every time some stuff go on, I reach out to Deveron. He from St. Pete. I'm from St. Pete. I'm gonna go to St. Pete first to try and get a comment. And his comment on everything that was going on, but there's no comment, or his publicist said there would be no comment at this time. So I ain't just pouring stuff out there. I ain't being fair. That person said directly to me, I think he's trying to be president based on his career moves and his advancements and all of that stuff.
Well, you don't take the interim president job not with anticipation on getting an interview. I don't know nobody who do that. So
well, because Deveron right now just on the board. So my understanding was that the
interim. Are you talking about Deveron's trying to become president?
They said he may be trying to become president of FAMU.
Why? Shit, I got a better chance of being president than that mug. That dude is a Republican.